Fans stunned. The secret love between Sam and Caitriona almost collapsed the entire Outlander series. Inside the Ardmore Studios set, the air was thick as a Scottish fog. Powerful spotlights shone on the cast, but among the crowd, only two people truly held the crew's breath: Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe. Since 2014, when Outlander debuted, they had become icons, Jamie and Claire, in the eyes of millions. On screen, they were a destined couple. Off-screen, they were a mystery no one could solve. But that night, in a small corner of the break room after the final scene of Season 8, it was no longer Jamie and Claire. It was just Sam and Caitriona, two people who were too used to hiding the true feelings behind pre-written lines. "Have you ever thought about telling them?" Sam asked, his voice hoarse after 12 hours of filming. Caitriona looked at him, her pale grey eyes reflecting the light. "Tell what?" Sam smiled, half sad, half defiant. "The truth. About us." In that moment, the air fell silent. The sound of the fan, the footsteps, even the rain outside seemed to vanish. Caitriona put her coffee cup down on the table, her hands shaking slightly. "Isn't it too late?" Sam didn't answer. He just looked at her, his eyes filled with a pain that only someone who had hidden so much could understand. Years of concealment. In 2014, when the two first met in the audition, the director had said, "We need two souls who can make the audience believe that love that transcends time is real." They didn't have to act much. The moment their eyes met, something was triggered, not between Jamie and Claire, but between Sam and Caitriona. In the early days, everything happened naturally: dinner together, script readings together, laughing hysterically while filming intimate scenes in the bitter cold. But when Outlander exploded, all the spotlight was on them. Articles, forums, fan pages, all asking the same question: are they real? The answer was always, "We're just best friends," but the truth, like all secrets in Hollywood, is never simply best friends. One night in Paris, after the Season 2 premiere, they sat in a hotel room watching the city sleep. Sam told Caitriona about his childhood in Scotland, about the years he worked as a waiter to nurture his acting dream. She laughed, recounting her time as a model in Milan, photo shoots so cold she had to hold back tears. As the clock struck 2 a.m., they looked at each other in silence. Without saying anything, the world slowed down. Sam touched her hand lightly, and in that moment, the line between character and reality dissolved. But the next morning, Caitriona got a call from her agent: "Remember, don't let the press see you two together. Stars wants to keep the mystery between screen and real life image. It helps sell movies." From then on, they learned to hide. Hide their eyes, hide their texts, hide the seemingly accidental touches. The wedding and the media storm. 3 years later, a news story exploded the global fandom: Caitriona Balfe secretly married in England to music producer Anthony McGill. Sam had only known the news to the public for a few weeks. He still remembered that morning, when she walked into the dressing room with a gentle smile but her eyes were evasive. "You heard?" she asked quietly. "Yeah," Sam replied. "I just wanted to congratulate you." Caitriona nodded slightly, and Sam turned away. That night, he was drunk alone in his small apartment in Glasgow. No press, no fans, just the ticking of the clock. The phone vibrated. A message appeared. "Don't hate me, I'm just trying to live the life I can control." Sam read it over and over again. Then he deleted the message, turned off the phone. The public only saw them continue to act together, hug each other on the red carpet, laugh in interviews. No one knew that every time the director shouted, "Cut," they immediately took a step back, as if afraid that if they made another mistake, they would not be able to come back. The secret of the letters. At the end of 2024, when Outlander was about to end after a 10-year journey, a young reporter from Variety, named Emma Ross, was assigned to conduct an interview, looking back at the legacy of Outlander. Emma arrived at the Glasgow set full of excitement. But within a day, she realized something was off. In the dressing room, she happened to see Caitriona holding an old, pale yellow envelope sealed with red wax. As Emma turned to leave, she heard Caitriona say quietly, as if to herself, "It's been 10 years, Sam, maybe it's time." Emma took note of the detail, but when asked directly, Caitriona just smiled. "It's a prop, for a special scene." But a few days later, after filming had wrapped, Emma received an anonymous package sent to the newspaper. Inside were copies of handwritten letters between Sam and Caitriona, spanning several years, letters that had never been sent, perhaps lost, or deliberately withheld. The content stunned Emma. "Cat, I know you're scared. Scared that the world will use our feelings as a tool. But I just want you to know, there is no text that can write what you feel. Sam, I took the safe path. But every time I look into your eyes, I see Claire calling Jamie. Maybe we can only be real when we become them." Emma did the project. If it was published, it would be the biggest media release of the year. But she also knew it could explore two people who had given hope to millions. She decided on Sam.